Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Fourth Night Podcast, where we talk about everything
From creeps
to cryptids.
to creatures. Oh my God. So, if you guys are ready, grab some spooky popcorn and a spooky beverage and hold the hand of this scariest skeleton next to you. And strap in for the Fourth Night Podcast.
Action.
Hi, everyone. This is the Fourth Night Podcast. This is like a little mini episode. I think we might do these for topics that either A are kind of short, it can't really be expoused upon.
snack
at
size.
length. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or like,
Just a little snack.
yeah, maybe stuff that isn't exactly like what the show's usually about.
Yeah, well, snackums.
Yeah, so like a little.
Little side topics.
Yeah, we don't know how we're gonna like do these. Like maybe if we do set up like a Patreon, we might do this as a little special thing.
Yeah, maybe there'll be bonus episodes. Motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, but for now, we'll just do this because has like a little mini topic because
Yeah, because we fucking feel like it.
Yeah.
You know?
and we'll do obviously a more traditional one
Yeah.
next time we do this. So the mini episode topic will be CWD, which is chronic wasting disease.
Ooh.
And there's actually a couple of these for different animals. They're not exactly like this, but they're a type of disease. It's like a spongiform encephalopathy, you know. So it's like it's a spongification of one's brain.
It's like it becomes all porous, like little holes.
So
Okay.
what happens is there's this thing called prions, which are proteins.
I think it's prions, isn't it?
Prions. I've heard it pronounced both ways, prions or prions.
Yeah,
but,
fuck it.
I thought it was
you know
pi-
what we mean.
Pyron. Pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what it says in the DSM.
Yeah, there you
6.
go.
7.
No.
Um,
No.
So chronic wasting disease is specifically for cervids, which are deer, elk, caribou, reindeer, and the
cervid?
like. Yeah, it's called cervids.
Oh,
Oh,
sea?
cute. That's like the
That's their category.
species.
Yeah,
That's
So-
cool.
that's their genus, I guess. I
Oh,
think.
they're cute.
No, I think genus is more specific.
No, species is more specific.
Species is
I
what
thought
you're talking
species
about.
Maybe that's why it's called species, because it's more specific. Get it?
No, I think genus is
Specific?
the
Oh.
more specific one, but
I thought genus
No,
was
because it's
too.
genus and then species. So
Okay.
genus is like the broader group, I think.
Okay.
Okay, well, the genus is cervid. So like white-tailed deer, mule deer, and just all deer of all type, basically elk and moose. and
Ew.
caribou, so-
Cuties.
Yeah, I mean, basically little cute little,
Oh, forest dwellers.
yeah, Snow White, would like these animals.
Aww.
think she was But so this is like so it's kind of it's a weird thing because it's not even really a disease, because it's not caused by bacteria or viruses. It's actually caused by a protein being misfolded.
Like Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, very similar. So the problem with this I don't know, disease, I guess it would be the easiest way, is that it's extremely. I mean, there's no vaccine for it. They're trying to develop one right now for deer, but it's extremely difficult. And not only that, they're also trying to create more resistant species of deer for this specifically, for this prion
How?
disease. They're trying to find out to see if like maybe some types of deer, some like DNA types of deer have like
More
are
resistant,
more resistant
to
to
it.
these. So like the way it happens is like the prion gets into your system, whether it be saliva, it could be urine, blood, feces, basically any bodily fluid, or and this is a really bad part about prions is they pretty much don't die because they are proteins and they're not living.
Right.
So they're not cells. They're
okay.
not living cells. So what happens is, let's say like a deer eats some grass, it gets saliva on the grass, and that saliva goes into the dirt. The prions can actually bind with the soil, and plants can absorb the prions, and then when a deer eats it, boom, now the deer has CWD.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and not only that, but like if a deer dies that has CWD, then it's just it's like
its whole body.
It's basically like a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it can bind with clay really easily.
Weird.
And a ton of vegetables are super susceptible to absorbing all the CWD. So like corn,
Ooh.
tomatoes,
That's bizarre.
yeah, and like a lot of like fruiting vegetables will it will absorb this and then store it in the fruit because that's where they store the nutrients. So they, you could have tomatoes full of these prions. So it's crazy, and this shit lasts for decades.
I was gonna say, how long is it contagious for?
Decades.
Wow.
So yeah, so they've been doing tests. So like the problem with prions is obviously they don't like really break down traditionally through like decomposition. You can't cook them out. Like you can't get a flank steak of venison that has prions and then just try to cook it out. Because
Okay.
the temperatures that would be needed to
You can't like denature it.
no. So you need to put it at like 1200 degrees
Oh
to
my
destroy
God.
these prions, and
Yeah.
you need like super harsh chemicals to destroy them.
Mhm.
Jesus.
It's fucking crazy. Okay, so like it's super hard to get rid of this shit.
Okay.
The only good part about the CWD is it's not contagious yet to humans.
Okay.
And I say yet because actually, mad cow disease, which is bovine transmissible spongiform encephalopathy,
Mm-hmm.
is transmissible to humans.
Yeah.
Right.
And they didn't think so at first.
Okay.
The UK was like, oh, yeah, it's totally fine to eat this mad cow infected beef.
Yep.
And then, a week later, people were dying,
Jeez.
of this mad cow. Yeah. So nice. So they don't think that it can be transmissible through to humans. But of course, breaking the animal to human barrier has been done, a million times. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
shit, COVID has proven that.
Yep.
So, and also, they're actually doing tests right now. I believe there's a really big one in, I want to say Canada, but I'm not 100% sure. They're doing it on macaques because they're very similar to humans.
The monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhesus monkeys and macaques.
Interesting.
So yeah, they take the spinal column and like the brains of deer, and they expose the macaques to it.
Mm.
And unfortunately, I mean the preliminary results that haven't been like published or anything yet, but there have been reports that they are transmissible to macaques.
Mm.
So that's really not good. So
No.
macaque gets CWD, and then it mutates somehow. It misfolds again,
Yeah.
and now it goes to humans. So that hasn't happened yet. There was a scare a couple years ago. Some guy ate infected meat, and he got Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease.
What?
Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, I think it's called. Jacobs.
Hmm.
Yeah, Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease. There you go. Which is the human form of CWD, where prions misfold in the brain, and then the neurons die. And
So pretty much the same thing, but just a different name, I guess.
oh yeah, pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, tons of species have like this
Yeah.
similar thing, and it's just so what happens is this protein, it misfolds, it becomes misshapen, and proteins will kind of look at each other and determine what's like the best shape, and usually it's just whatever shape that they create to go into cells, and then help the cell out or whatever. But what'll happen is like these proteins will look at these misfolded prions, and they'll be like, oh wait, maybe that's a more effective shape. so then they'll misfold,
Hmm.
and then it's a cascading effect.
Just a big chain reaction.
Yeah. So like,
Interesting.
yeah, oh God, what is it called? The incubation period for this disease is about 18 and 24 months, which is actually a long time
Damn,
for a deer.
That's
yeah.
really
That's- yeah,
long.
Yeah,
time.
it's actually a very long time. And I think the youngest case of a doe getting it is like 15 months or something.
Hmm.
That was because there's a ton of ways to get this. You can get it through like direct contact of blood or feces or anything. You can get it through indirect contact by eating, grass infected with these prions, or you can get it genetically through, the mother
Jeez.
or the father. Yeah, so it's
Yikes.
yeah, and I'm guessing that's probably what happened to that doe.
Yeah.
But so you could eat. So it's. I want to say that it's guesstimated that like 12 to 16,000 deer are eaten that have CWD every year by hunters in the United
Oh
States.
God.
So it's
That's higher than I thought.
yeah, and I mean I'm sure it's probably getting worse and worse every year because CWD is actually it's a pretty big portion of the population. I think it's like what 13% for elk. I think it's 23% for white-tailed deer.
Yee.
I think it's around 18% for mule deer. So it's actually really high.
Yeah, kill all deer.
Oh no.
Kill all cervids.
That's a problem too because it's like some of these are wild, but a lot of them are like farmed farm deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy for that shit to just run rampant because they're in it confined spaces.
Right.
They're eating from the same trough.
Yeah. If one has it there, they're
Yeah.
all gonna get it.
Yeah, and deer are very social animals. They touch noses constantly,
Right.
and they're in big
Mhm.
herds. And it's like once one gets it, it's a downhill thing.
So, do we think that what happened to start this? Like, are the proteins mutated because of like pesticides, or is it a
Hmm.
natural mutation?
They
Or,
don't
like,
know.
What the hell is this?
They're trying to do research on it. They don't really know.
I have a feeling this is our fault.
Yeah,
it
sounds
could
right.
be because this was discovered in like 1978.
Right.
So it's actually pretty recent.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Right around the time Monsanto got started.
I mean, listen, it would not
Never know.
surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the
'Cause-
fuck? Like,
yeah,
what?
this
How did
is-
this happen?
This is such a weird disease.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard
It's
of
terrifying.
anything like this. Yeah, because it's like it's almost unstoppable. It's 100% death rate. Once you get it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
100%.
Like this is a likely scenario for quote unquote zombie apocalypse.
Basically, I mean, if any of our listeners want to go look and see CWD infected deer,
Whew, zombie deer.
they are
Zombie deer, they're scary.
horrifying.
Yep.
So it's very similar to rabies actually, because rabies will basically bore holes in your brain as well.
Hmm.
You'll salivate a lot, which is extra bad because you're constantly shedding the prions all over the place. You won't be afraid of humans anymore. Basically, you'll lose that prey drive. So you'll just you'll walk up to humans. You have no idea where you are. All your motor functions are just basically on instinct right now, so they're complete trash. Yeah, so you just don't know what's going on. You don't really know how to eat or drink, and you're just walking around or like breathing
So
and
sad.
just making these weird noises. Yeah, so it's actually really scary. So
Yeah.
and it's actually worse too because like the problem is hunters will go out and they'll see this deer and it's just standing there.
And they'll be
they're
like,
ooh, perfect shot.
Easy kill. Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is great.
Hmm.
And I believe it's 68% of cases are for bucks.
Mm.
And because it has such a long gestation period, it's almost always going to be in adults,
Hmm.
Right.
So they see this huge 10-point buck, and you're like, dude, this is fucking sick. This is an easy shot, He's just looking at me and just standing there.
Hmm.
Totally normal.
Yeah, gnashing his teeth, foaming at the mouth. Hey, this is an easy shot.
Yep.
baby.
Totally fine.
So
Supreme hunter. Look at my
yeah,
skills.
fucking apex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what happens, and it's getting there. The only really thing that you can do is prevent preventative right now. There's no like cure for anything. You can just call with like sharpshooters, but again, gestation period is 18 to 24 months. So how are you supposed to tell?
Yeah.
And there's no kit that you can bring with you to be like, oh, this deer has prions.
Yeah.
Because it's actually pretty difficult to test for until the symptoms really start to show.
Right.
So this is I feel like this is almost like a apocalypse scenario, you know,
Yeah.
right along with like gray goo and all that stuff.
100%.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's not good. Like meteorites, gray goo, and fucking deer zombies.
And CWD.
Yeah, so
Weird.
yeah, it's a super weird disease. Creutzfeldt-Jakob's disease is actually super rare. It's I think it's like I want to say it's like 2 or like 1 in a million. It's very rare, and it usually only forms for older people, but it's very similar to what this is, and it's obviously not like contagious or anything. Like it doesn't have that aspect. But I mean, I almost feel like it's almost a matter of time until this shit transfers over because 16,000 people are eating this infected
Right.
deer every year.
Oh yeah.
So it's just a roll of the dice until
Somehow transfers over.
yeah, that one bat fucks that one pangolin, and we get 2 years of this shit.
And
so,
here we go.
yeah.
Yep. Scary.
Yep. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, they're still like trying to like develop like vaccines and shit for it, but
Yeah.
they don't know if that's even possible. So
Even if they get a vaccine, what are they just gonna like go out into the wild and try to like vaccinate all these deer? Like,
I think they're probably. I mean, they're gonna try. I'm guessing they're probably gonna cull like a huge population, and then breed some in captivity with a vaccine, and then let them out. But man, you're gonna have to like incinerate like millions of deer.
right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's sad.
and like crematoriums basically, because
I mean, we're getting pretty good at the whole vaccine thing, so I don't know.
yeah, but
put Joe Biden on it. They're doing good at it.
I guess we could try to do. We could
It
do
was-
like an
It was
oral
Trump's
vaccine.
Trump
and we
came up with a
could-
vaccine.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
But yeah, we could do like an oral vaccine and just put stuff out
put it
for
in
them to
feed.
eat. I guess. Yeah.
little
the
corn
problem
cobs.
is too, because dead bodies have tons of prions in there. They're prion factories, basically. They're prey animals. So when like wolves and bears and shit eat them,
Oh yeah.
how long is it until they get infected with these prions? So
Yeah. Have we not? Is it not affecting other like
Hasn't
predator
affected-
animals?
now that we know of,
Okay.
but
I
it
guess
has.
That's good.
Yeah, it has like jumped over to like reindeer
Hmm.
and caribou, which we didn't think that they would,
Yeah.
but they
Mhm.
have. And then we didn't think that apparently they wouldn't transfer over to macaques, but they can.
So that shit would just
it's
be
not
like
good.
unstoppable, basically.
I mean, pretty much, dude. It's really hard to test for, and once you get it, you got it, and you're fucked. So
That's pretty scary.
It's scary, yeah. So
Did that one
It's
guy
not fun.
die?
the guy who we think had it,
Yeah.
yeah, he died. 100% mortality rate. You will die.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's basically
Yes.
rabies.
But how long did you say it takes to kill the
I believe
host? Whatever you refer to it as.
A couple months, maybe.
I think it's just 18 to 24 months,
Okay.
because that's when they
Oh.
show symptoms. So that's
Mhm.
when their brain is basically
It's
over.
starting to rot.
Yeah.
It's done. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're like gnashing teeth. They after that, there's almost no going back because
Mm.
you can't even you're not even functioning anymore.
Yeah.
All your drives are basically gone. Your instincts are, I mean, they're non-functioning almost. So I mean, and you'll see it if you do see it. They'll be like walking in circles in like a parking lot.
Yikes.
So yeah, it's not good. So
Ugh.
yeah, it's very similar to rabies, which is also very fatal to humans. But
Mhm.
we have a vaccine for that, so it's not too bad. But
Yep.
if you see a scary deer, just shoot it and throw it into a fire, and then that's it.
I wonder when and like how long and like when it was realized that it was kind of like a serious thing, like the whole rabies vaccine. Like, is this like the same scenario when that first came about? You know,
Yep.
they were like, "Holy shit! Like, look at what's happening to these animals.
Could be.
Holy shit, we can get it now too.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, you know, we need to work on a vaccine, and now it's
Yeah.
like offered pretty much
Yeah.
in every facility you go. You know, like any medical facility,
Well, rabies is
they
kind of
always have
interesting
rabies vaccines. You know,
because I think I want to say it was produced in India. There was a really big outbreak of rabies. In
Really?
India. Yeah.
the cows.
No, it was. I think it might have been bats. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But this one, I think it was an English doctor. and he was
rodents,
like-
maybe rats or something
I
too.
think it might have been, and he
Really?
like he, God, what would they do? I think they would infect monkeys, and then they would die, and then he would take their spinal cords out and dry them, and then he'd have dead virus, and then he would make a vaccine out of that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so,
We've
like-
come a long way.
Yeah, well, kind of.
That's the
It's a good way to
monkey
make
spine
vaccine,
room.
though. Yeah,
The
because
The
all
monkey
these
spine
all these weird diseases,
monkey spine
they're-
wing.
just go straight to the spine. It's very weird.
Yeah.
The spine and the
weird.
brain, just fucking. And you'll see a picture of that English guy, and he has like monkey spines or whatever
Monkey spine
behind him, and like a smiling
closet.
child who doesn't have rabies
my
anymore.
Oh.
Giving the thumbs up.
Yeah. So hey, man, he did it. So hopefully we can do some shit like that, but we'll see. Because it's not. It's. I mean, it's not a disease or it's not a virus or a disease. It's just misfolded prion. So I don't know how you would even begin to. I don't. Maybe
Yeah.
have like your immune system like recognize it because they.
So it's like,
Because it
yeah.
doesn't. So
So it's like the vector is, it doesn't have one. It just is.
it just is. I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
like your
It's
immune
not
system.
alive. So,
Yeah. So it doesn't really know what
like,
to do with it.
so if you ate it, I guess what I'm trying to understand is like, if you eat one of these proteins, how does that get into your bloodstream? Well, I guess it could absorb through your
Yeah.
intestines or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's not broken down by your
Yeah,
Can proteins do that? Absorb like through your mucous membranes, like your mouth or something?
well, no, it didn't.
It'd have to be like a cut in your mouth, and then the protein would go in your bloodstream. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I think it's just your intestines that absorb the nutrients,
Yeah.
and then the prions are in the proteins of the nutrients.
Ugh,
That way. So yeah, it's not good.
so interesting.
So yeah, it's a pretty scary one for sure.
I won't be eating deer again anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, I mean, deer doesn't
No.
even really taste that good.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna pass. Not worth it.
Yeah. So,
I had some deer jerky once. That was pretty good.
deer jerky is good, but now I'm scared to eat it now. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm out.
yeah. So beef jerky for me. So,
Have to
yeah.
pass on the old deer meatloaf,
Gross.
venison ribs.
Ugh.
That sounds good, but
Yeah, I'm sure it's
I'll pass.
could be good, but not
Monkey
worth
spine.
the risk.
I'll take the monkey
Monkey
spine.
spine on the grill. Yeah.
Yeah.
on the Barbie.
Healing. Monkey spine soup.
Ew. Monkey spine soup.
so that was CWD.
CWD.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. That's super interesting.
Yeah.
That's
So
tight.
I thought it was kind of weird.
Super weird and
It's about as weird as it gets.
truly
Pretty
Something to
much.
look forward to, you know?
Yeah.
something to look forward to.
Good thing I have my gun.
Right?
My guns.
Just don't eat it after you shoot the poor thing.
Edith, what are we doing next time?
Next time we are doing
I think
stimulant.
it's you next time, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
me.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Uh,
is it you? Are we counting this as mine?
Nah, I don't know. It's up to you guys,
It's
I
up
guess.
to you, bro. You can do a full length there too.
Let's. I'll do another small fun one.
Yeah,
There you
do a small fun
Okay.
one, and then I'm gonna do stimulant use through history.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited for that one. I started doing research at the airport yesterday and found a bunch of cool stuff.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Super
The
cool.
coca leaves. Starting with that.
Oh yeah, those leaves that all those people eat in
Yeah,
like, the
coca
Middle East and
tree.
stuff.
The indigenous South
Africa.
American people.
You know, those fuckers just carry around like garbage bags full of that shit.
Yeah, dude,
All
it's
day.
crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll talk about it more during the episode, but it's like not as strong as the stuff
Yeah.
that people are just like snorting. It's
Oh,
like,
it's
like
point,
Starbucks.
it's like 0.1%. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
coffee. It's not
Yeah.
not even. It's probably not even as
Yeah,
strong as
probably
like the
not.
coffee that we drink. It's like super chill.
But they eat that shit like, well, they chew it like constantly.
Yeah, they chew it. Yeah, while
24/7.
they're working on the in the fields and whatnot.
That's
so
true.
yeah, no. So yeah, that's what's on tap for next time,
Pour me up a glass.
bitches.
Hell yeah.
Coca Cola.
See.
See. All right. See you later.
Later, Gators.
Gotta get them out.
Got him.
Hell yeah.
Got 'em.
Bye.